Hey people, Infiltrated 3v3 Faction War. This is Greysuck, Undercity and Orks versus Space Marines for the blue Orky team. We have Volrim as a Mekboy, a teleporting hero that fights in ranged combat, good damage output and has lots of Orky gadgets giving him versatility, alongside Nimmsi is a Warboss, a melee hero that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. And rounding off the team, Daddy Waroth as a Kommando knob, infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins in ranged combat with a twin link shooter. Red Space Marine team, it's Taneli with an Apothecary support hero that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Alongside Acey, also known as Dark Ace, as a Force Commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support. Looks like the Dark Angels Elite DLC rather, recolored black. And rounding off the teams is Redbeard as a Techmarine, starts off in ranged combat, puts out some good damage, can also support the structures and repair. We got the Ultramarines DLC. So the Techmarine player is the bottom player, as it were, up against this Warboss. Force Commander mid is capping. Apothecary taking a bunch of duck up. Is it double shooters all around? No, it's not. Daddy Waroth with double sluggers here. And a single tactical marine squad for these guys. Force Commander's getting stuck in. Battle Cry makes a big difference early game against those Orks. Look at that. I guess it makes a big difference throughout the game. What are these guys doing? Oh, they're trying to get into melee with the shooter boys. There's maybe a little bit of reckless, fellas. You had to go through sluggers. But they got there. And they got rid of them. Force Commander's a little low. Does have some support, though. Tactical Marines getting into melee with the sluggers now. Can they finish them off? Yes, they can. And the Force Commander gets away, well timed and well judged by Acey. Tactical Marines also retreat without a loss. So do these guys. Did some good work there. That engagement was a win, certainly. Oh, they dropped a Marine. Still a win, I think, though, for the Space Marines. They killed the Warboss, got some XP for that. Wiped out some sluggers, killed a bunch of shooters. And only lost, I think, a single Marine. I don't think they lost a scout. But they might have. Acey now with shotguns up. So does Redbeard. Double tactical marines for Redbeard. Might see that mastercrafted bolter. I think it's pretty effective against Orks early on. Nimmsi with some... Oh, doesn't replace the sluggers. Gets some storm boys up. Taneli losing the Apothecary. And look at this. Ork turret is up here. Don't see it all that often. Looks like, yep, Acey's coming for the revive attempt. So the Ork turret then does full damage at all ranges, I think. Actually does quite good damage, but it doesn't suppress, which is generally what you want turrets for. You want them to control an area. Good damage there. Look at that. That was a single burst of the Force Commander. Sluggers dealt with using the shot blocker and shotguns. They should be able to get this revive, I think. In behind the turret now, and there's the revive. Another turret up from Volrim. Well. Can't get the revive. Continues to put out that good damage. And suppression here from the mech. So using the turrets for DPS. Using the Mekboy for suppression. I'm not sure how much. I think they're at 20 power or 15 power, these turrets. Being outranged here by the Devastators, but they're not doing a huge amount of damage to it. Here are the Storm Boys of Nimmsi. Some dashing pink. They're getting in there. Power melee against the Devastators. Saved by the Assault Marines. Well, not saved. Maybe they would have saved a single model there or something. User choppers by Nimmsi, but they ran away. Those were Acey's Assault Marines. Looks like they had to replace their scouts. Was it right here that they got shot to death? Did I miss that? It might have been. Yeah, look, the scouts are right here. Completely missed it, Indrid. It was probably right on your screen. These turrets are doing some work here, you know. Can they get some repairs or something, maybe? Where's the mech? He's run off. Where are the sluggers? There they are. Do some repairs, dudes. I think you can salvage them to get some resources back as well, if they're under huge threat. Taneli getting an assault squad up. How's Redbeard doing? Doing well, it seems. Getting a cap on the natural VP. Mastercrafted bolter is in. There's a stun bomb. Looks like the Techmarine just going to take the stun. He's in heavy cover, so he should be safe. Scouts might have got a bit too far forward. Here comes the Dakar. And they're not all in cover there. Shotgun blast. Only knocks over a single slugger for some reason. The shotguns are weird. Held them up. Got the cap. Did some damage. Still in play, in fact. Uh-oh. Guys need to run. They might drop a model here. Not sure what they were waiting for. They might have been waiting for the energy to chuck a grenade. I think they'll be alright. I think they're alright. Acey pushing through the mid. Eating some Daka from the flank though, and here's the suppression. Not sure if they can stay in play here. Odd boys on the Storm boys. Assault squad jumping out, having to retreat. I think a grenade went in. I think so, yeah. Acey scouts have a sergeant. Tier 2 for Redbeard. More shooters for Nimmsi. And double shooters, double sluggers for Daddy Waroth. Both the turrets are still here. Those scouts have flanked that one. But as you can see, not doing a huge amount of damage with their shotguns there. They'll be super weak to flamers and stuff. Mekboy sets up again. Oh, Storm Boy's out of nowhere. I was going to say these Techmarine should be able to time up. But just teleports away, of course. Didn't really set up the turrets to cover each other super well. Which is allowing stuff like this. But it's really holding up the red team having to deal with these turrets. Those scouts are working on this thing for quite a while there with their shotguns. 4 of them. And they got it like half health. Tier 2. 4. Nimmsi, Daddy Waroth, Acey, and Redbeard. Redbeard's had enough. Pushing through the mid now. With double tacks and that mastercrafted bolter, of course. Pick off Orks pretty good. These guys can't get anywhere near him. Uh-oh, Daddy Waroth has forgotten about these sluggers. Leveling up some stuff. They do get away. Shooter boys with a knob leader. But no big shooters for those guys. Space Marine is putting the pressure on through the mid. Can maybe sweep down to this power. These powers in the south and west are typically harder to hit than the north and east. They are keeping this northeastern VP. I did not expect these turrets to do this much work. Jumping in are Assault Marines going into melee with the turret. Here comes the Force Commander 2, just hit level 2. 471 to 311. Mekboy needs to run. Oh, just teleport then. Don't think they're going to jump after him. They do get rid of one turret. Devastator's outrange this one. Going for the War Banner now too. They never noded this power, the Orks. They might want it to. Death Dread on the way for Nimmsi. War Truck already up for Daddy Waroth. They are going after the other turret. Maybe they can salvage it there. Jumping out are the Assault Squad. Sluggers are outgunned and outmatched. They do get away. If that special attack didn't knock them away from the Assault Marines, they might have gone down there. So the turret was taken out, or it was salvaged or something. We've got some Stone Guard veterans for Acey who dropped their scouts again. Stone Guard can change their ammo to combat all targets. They'll be using Hellfire rounds against most of the Orks until the big scary ones show up in Tier 3. Kommando Knob being all sneaky with his better combat kit. Some health, some energy, some health regen. All around good stuff for a Commando. War Truck gets the reinforced plating. Up to 550 hit points, which is not bad at all. And there's sluggers just shoved inside of it. Relic with an elegant way to transport units around. Just jam the model inside another model. Who's going to know? Here's a Dreadnought for Redbeard. The Ultramarines DLC Dreadnought looks awesome. Has a Tyrannid Warrior hanging on there. Ultramarines fought Tyranids a lot, I guess. Around Ultramar and all that stuff. What's this? Death Dread. Burners and bits are in. Smite from the Librarian. I think it's in 293 it's no longer affected by cover, the Smite. You got a Razorback for Taneli. They should get a full bash here with the burners and the double shooters. Storm Boys smacking around the Assault Squad. Messed them up there. What the heck? Where did they go? Oh, they got inside the Razorback, did they? And then they got out again and ran away. I think that's what happened. That was kind of weird. 469, 271. Orks really locking down the northeast. They've done so well up here. Vengeance rounds from the Stone Guard to combat the vehicle. But they did get the gens and the node, and they get away clean. Well done, Nimmsi. Beamy Death Gun to combat the Razorback. Oh boy. Did it just one-shot the Razorback? Almost. He might have been using the Love the Dapper Global. That was pretty nasty. These looters don't have a beamy, so it wasn't them shooting at the same time or anything. Tactical Marines with the missile launcher. This got a cost reduction in 293 down to 35 power, I think. Which is handy. Dreadnought is really deep in enemy territory here, but has the tank busters tied up and is wrecking them. They are reinforcing off the war truck, I assume. Yes, they are. They are close enough. That multi-melter, good damage to all targets from close range, and does force the retreat. And is almost level 3, this guy. Back off, get some repairs. There we go. Techmarine now has Signum. Help the Dreadnought get those higher priority targets with marked target. Oh, he wants to bash power. Doesn't want to back off. Here come more tank busters and storm boys that can go after it. Does short range jump there to stun the tactical marines. Looks like the Dreadnought's going to be okay, maybe. There's no war truck here for them to pile inside of. Orks are looking strong, but Redbeard is doing really good work putting pressure on his VP here. And the Space Marine do have the northeast now. Looks like they got a power bash too. The comeback is on. More jumping onto the mech this time. Switch back to his death gun. And yet more jumping. How close are they to tier 3s and stuff? The time has come where you want knobs and flash kits, I think. But they're better suited to combating flash kits than what we've seen perhaps. They have multiple assault marines, well 2 of them. And they have a librarian that can use the force barrier. Force Commander, of course, can get his teleporter, although Sacred Standard is up. Assault Squad will be okay. Yes, they will. A little bit messy there from the Space Marines, but they'll make it out, I think. Librarian does get away. Has the Psychic Hood. Dreadnought is still okay. Dreadnought's still okay. Lots of tank busters. Tank busters now have a 15 power cost in 293. Not quite as easy to get them out alongside the war truck quite so quickly now. Gonna go for a power bash, and they have trapped the Dreadnought here. It is getting repairs, and looks like they have forced off the heavy melee Stormboy, but here's tank busters still getting exploded by those multi-melter shots, and they have retreated. A little bit of aggression there keeps the Dreadnought safe. Level 3, this guy. Orks are taking back the northeast and getting some DACA on the contested power there. 441 to 235. Can the Space Marines hit back quickly here? What is this? Scouts skulking around. Looks like Daddy Waroth is... yeah, it's going to hit the VP, and Redbeard isn't here to stop it. Where are the attacks? Yeah, they're like capping things. If Daddy Waroth moves quickly, they can get a cap on that VP, I think. They do have a generator up here too. But they are distracted by DACA. These tactical marines with their missile launcher can't do a whole lot against Daddy Waroth's army here, this missile launcher. There's the high powered shot, and there's marked target on those sluggers, and they're getting ripped from 2 sides. Force Commander sprinting in with his Artificer. That was just a melee charge, was it? He seemed super quick there. Maybe Veil of Time was on him or something? Well, Veil of Time's on him now. They buffed his Armor of Alacrity, I think, as well in 293. Now gives him even more of a speed bonus when he uses the sprint. Jumping into those Storm Boys. Dreadnought is in big trouble here, because that's a Warboss as well, and he's pissed. And there's user choppers on it. Down it goes. Did a lot of good work. But you need to be so careful with the Dreadnoughts in the 3v3. Flash kits are up from Volrim. Getting those blasters, of course. Incredibly powerful ranged weapons against heavy infantry and super heavy infantry, which is basically the entire Space Marine roster, aside from, of course, their vehicles and their scouts. All in tier 3 though, those Space Marines. And they are putting pressure on whenever they can. They are not like trying to stay back and stabilize. And look at the map. The map is super red now. Orks really have to hit back quickly here. They still have a VP lead, but the Space Marines are looking dangerous with massive map control. It means they can get tier 3 stuff out quickly. The Orks need to hit back fast and get the map back right now. Okay, there's a big retreat. There's another retreat through the mid. Can they get on these points quickly? Flash kits doing their thing. Tank Buster barrages. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's an orbital. Look how spread out it is. They got these tank busters. Oh, they have to retreat. There we go. Mastercrafted, but sorry, the customized Storm Bolter from the Apothecary. There you see the full auto on the Warboss's face. I'm sure he'll be super calm about that. Runs away. His Tactical Marines need to run. There we go. I guess there weren't any sluggers nearby, but still a bad position to be in. They're capping the mid. This natural wreck point is still red though. Kommando got the VP back. I wonder if he'll try and bash power. Is in tier 3. I don't see the rocket launcher. I guess there's nothing to shoot the rocket launcher at right now. Nob squad on the way for Nimmsi. Space Marines taking a while to get their tier 3 stuff rolling. We have a Land Raider Redeemer on the way though for Redbeard. Will he take it up to the northeast VP? Orks were also a little bit slow to get into these points. Orks aren't the quickest moving faction. They're trying to get onto the power, but they might have overextended a little bit here. Yeah, Assault Marines get the jump. There's some suppression as well. Need to back off a little bit, fellas. They do have some support back here too. Look at this. Buffed up flash kits. There's the more Daka Global. Or is it Love the Daka? It's one of them. I think it's Love the Daka. More Daka is the Commando thing. Or is it the other way around? Down goes the Force Commander. It's lots of Daka, that's what we need to worry about. I think it makes them shoot faster and do more damage or something. Vanguard veterans jumping in. Mekboy teleports out. He's been really quick with that. And here's the Nob squad. Elite tier 3 melee infantry. This looks like Terminator's coming in. No, it is. It's Acey. Did not get Assault Terminators. Got regular Terminators. They're white because they're kind of Deathwing coloured from the Dark Angels DLC. You would expect to see Assault Terminators against Orks because Lightning Claws are so good against Nobs. But they can get an Assault Cannon. Maybe help pick off the flash kits from afar and suppress things. Here's a Rocks. Plasma Cannon with a good shot there. Warboss did go down. They mainly avoided the Rocks and they're going to get the VP back, I think. Can't suppress the Terminators. Force Commander's back to his feet. The Land Raider goes where? Land Raider goes northeast. So they might want to double the naturals now, the Orks. They're getting a natural back, 289 to 205. Still have a VP lead. But I mean, it's Terminators and Land Raider time. Can they punch through that? Nob squad getting some reinforcements. They have Mina and Greener and have the Nob leader, but they don't have the hammers yet. I think the hammers are a luxury purchase. Yeah, they're great to have. But if it delays you, like getting a second Nob squad up or something, go for the Nob squad. Gonna get revived here as the Commando. Now has the rocket launcher. And that's the target. Can't rear armor hit a Land Raider, so doesn't really need to be super sneaky about it. Being sneaky though. Flash kits can't do much against a Land Raider, but they can puncture through everything else. A turret going up here for Redbeard could be a shrewd decision. Power bashing tank busters. Are you going to steal it, fellas? Are you going to bother? They are deciding. In the mid, scouts are capping. A very good plasma cannon shot there. And there's that turret doing its thing. Terminator's getting that inspiration on kill. This looks like a whole big ball of power armor. Can they punch through it? Only have a single flash kit. They just haven't had the economy in tier 3 to pump stuff out. 2-1 here. And the Space Marines hold on. Acey now with a whirlwind. They are setting up shop at the top, that's for sure. They're going for the natural VP, which is what they should be doing. Try and drag some stuff away from the northeast. Looks like Acey and his Terminators are coming down. There's Frenzy from the Knobs. Used a little bit early there, maybe. But this is what they need to do. They need to soak up damage. Got smacked around by the Force Commander's Battle Cry. Doesn't have the Thunderhammer. Has gone for the Chainsword and Storm Shield, in fact. Look at that. Knob squad dealt with pretty quick. Didn't have a lot of support there, those guys. But look, this is the important thing. They've got the decap. Buy them a little bit more time. And they stole the power there. Mekboy is going for the super tough beam. And buff those allied knobs maybe when they come back into play. Slugger's getting wrecked. Right in me crosshairs on the Terminators. Lots of missiles going in. Or rockets, should we say. Vanguard Veterans get a jump. It's a good jump. Again, Flash gets buffed by the Mekboys Global. And they are wrecking some scouts here. Did they make it out? Not quite. Scouts almost got away. Whirlwind comes mid. Big old firefight here. Commandos need to flee, I think. Chuck out their burner bomb. And then flee. Fair enough. Doing some good damage. That was a great target there for the flash kits. But look at this. Venerable Dreadnought coming in from Redbeard. 194 to 205. Space Marines now looking very strong. They killed the Knobs. Flash kits barely got away. Yep, and there's a concede from the Orks. No way they could punch back through this. With the Venerable now. Terminators and of course the Land Raider was still at the top. They gave it their all. Just they couldn't get their tier 3 going quite quickly enough. The Orks. And that Land Raider showed up at a fantastic time from Redbeard. What do we have? A level 9 Techmarine. Had Refractor Field. Level 8 Force Commander. Look at this. No Thunderhammer and no Assault Terminators. But they still dealt with the single Knob Squad pretty damn well. Level 4 Apothecary. Level 4 Mech. Had the Beamy out at the end. Mega Rumbler and Super Tough Beam. Level 2 Warboss did have that Power Claw. And a level 3 Commando down at the end with the rocket launcher in hands. Big thanks to the players for taking part. And big thanks to you for watching. I'll see you next time.